Yo, guys, yeah, man, we're here for the hangout. We're here for the hangout. We're here for the hangout. This is the Champion's League Hangouts, where we shall be reviewing the week's fixtures. What has happened so far. So we saw PSG obviously announce themselves. Nebab Cav, are showing that they're hopefully trying to be better than MSN. I'm going to talk about Messi, how he lubricated Juventus, Buffon, his old retirement home, Harry Kane, AC world class. And I want Qarabag removed from the Champions League with immediate effect. No offense to any of my Azerbaijan brothers out there. So let's talk PSG. Is anybody yet convinced? I know it's Celtic. I know Celtic are an inferior team. But are you guys convinced yet that, this PSG team, these guys can potentially be at least favorites or contenders for the title?
Yes. Because, when you look at their group, they're probably going to finish top because Bayern, what did Bayern do yesterday? They won 3-0,
but they didn't look great, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they didn't look great. And at the same time, they have a lot of problems with Ancelotti. We don't know what's going to happen with him in the January. He might leave, he might not. But it depends on how they do in the next couple of games. But we might end up seeing something with PSG. I think they're one of the best teams in the Champions League at the moment. All the players are playing well. So
no, because look, for me, as I said, is that I still don't trust Cavani. That's still a guy who is still a bit sketchy to me personally. And again, to play like devil's advocate, people will say, look, it's Celtic. So what do you expect? It's like you're going up against Celtic, a team who, these guys are not going to do anything at all remotely.
Yeah, to be fair, Cavani has 2 goals already. So 2 goals in Champions League already. So,
Yeah, no, but my problem with Cavani is that he'll always score. But my thing is that it's when he scores, he's got to score when it matters. I need him to score winning goals, because if you're not going to score winning goals, then what's the point, So like, okay, you can, because they say, okay, he scored like 30, 40 Gs last season. Against who? Flipping Mets, Lyon, and all this kind of like irrelevant teams. But I needed to score a winner in the Champions League quarterfinal, in the Champions League semi-final. I needed to score those key Gs. So, because the time will come where Cavani will get that chance, he'll get that one-on-one, and is he going to score? Is he going to be able to put away that one-on-one? But for me, I think that PSG look tight. And I'm looking forward to the PSG Bayern game, but I just think, I don't get people who hate the PSG project. That's what I don't understand. Because the Champions League is all about you assembling guys. Look at Real Madrid's team, or look at what Barcelona's team were like last season. So this is what we want to say. Hence why we want to see a PSG. Like for me, my dream final would it be PSG Real Madrid. That would be an absolutely excellent final. So
a lot of the hate is coming from Barcelona fans who were against Neymar going to PSG. So. But again, we need to keep our feet on the ground and just see how they do against Bayern, and then really when it comes to the last 16.
But do you think that they could potentially, like, let's say, get to the semis, as in get beyond the quarterfinals?
Of course. I believe they can, but it's just if they can find, they already have that link up with Neymar and Mbappe. I just think if Cavani performs, which is very doubtful. But if he performs as well,
to be fair, he's at the moment. He is at the.
He is, but I'm just saying in those crucial games, like Half Hope said,
True,
could be the difference between getting to the final.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Let's yo, Daniel. I think background noise from your thing. Come on, you need to shut down the background noise, man. So let's talk about Messi. And Machine, you need to change the avatar, man. Come on, man. That's it.
Yeah, man. How long you had that, bro?
It's a classic.
Okay, so Messi, in my view, look, my thing is that look. Messi for Argentina, that's a whole different discussion that we'll have here. So let's not even discuss that. But let's focus on the Champions League. I think what Messi showed against Juventus, albeit against a man who is way past his sell-by date, Buffon. But what he showed is that with Messi in that team, but you can't write them off. You can't write off Barcelona. And people are really even talking about them as one of the favorites. But I think with Messi in there, they are still the favorites. They're still contenders. So you've got to put them in, because for me, I'm looking at really the two teams I'm only really looking at really are Real Madrid and Barcelona. Because again, PSG are not really proving themselves. Bayern look like if they're a little bit confused. City, I put as dark horses. City and Tottenham, very dark horses, but City I put them as dark horses.
Don't put Tottenham as
City have City's defense is very bad.
Not as bad as Liverpool's. I mean,
our defense is bad.
But Lovren is kind of.
What was he doing for that first goal, man? Jesus.
Like I feel like Klopp is really arrogant. Like he sells Sacco to Crystal Palace, our best defender, and I think he thought he thought Van Dijk or nobody.
No. The bottom line here is, I mean, look, we'll get to Liverpool first, but I think just before we get there, because I've got a lot to say about Liverpool and Klopp, but specifically for with what Messi is concerned, is that, like, look, I just think that because you look at that game, the Cannibal had a crap game. He was really bad, so he just one of those things where he just had a bad game. But if they can figure out Dembele, and Dembele can figure out how to play, because I think Dembele, he's got to readjust himself to how he was at Dublin, where he was allowed to make a lot of mistakes. You can't make that many mistakes, and you can't give the ball away that many.
You know what it is? I think he should be playing on the left wing instead of the right, because all he does is just cut inside with the
but I think
on the right wing, and plus they don't really have anyone playing on the left wing at all. So if Messi can play on that right wing, Dembele can play on the left. Suarez is a striker.
What about Delefele?
That guy's crap, man. That guy's not. This is not up to the standard.
I think you should really temper your praise of Messi, given the fact that first it was group stages, second it was a highly under performing. I mean, they didn't have their best players. Juventus, arguably, Alves wasn't playing. Mandzukic wasn't playing.
Alves is at PSG, bro.
Sorry, man. I'm comparing with last season, and she wasn't playing.
No. But Machine, at the end of the day, that first goal is an amazing goal. You have to give him that.
It's the same goal. Listen, you take away that goal is the same goal he's been scoring from the beginning of his career. It's a 1-2 in and around the box.
No. For me, I'm looking purely at the finish, because the finish, the niche was so good, Buffon didn't even move.
Exactly.
For you to hit the shots so well, so swiftly, that the keeper literally doesn't even make an attempt to dive.
There was no deflection.
Went in between the legs of the defender. Honestly, I thought the second goal was more impressive. I didn't think either of them were anything to
I think the second goal was more of a poor defending, because I think Benatia, this dude just ran off.
But from an individual perspective, at least he uses his explosion to get past 2 or 3 players, and then he gets the shot in. With the other one, I was more impressed with Suarez's back heel than I was with Messi's finish.
Because you hate Messi.
No. I mean, I'm more impressed with that kind of shit, man.
No, look, Machine, I can't fully take a guy's Messi criticism seriously when I look at what your avatar is. So, I mean, when I look at your avatar, are you really going to be unbiased towards Messi viewing your avatar? Come on, bro.
Do you think the avatar is that out of context? Given
we know you more than we don't care about the avatar. We know how you're a Cristiano lover.
Look. Basically, we know that you're not one of Messi's best friends. Okay, look, guys. Okay, look. Let's talk before I get to tonight's games. I want to just still deal with yesterday. Should Qarabag be thrown out of the Champions League?
No.
I mean, they should be dumped out, man.
They worked really hard to get there.
I don't believe so. If they earned their spot there, who's to say they don't deserve to play in that?
Okay, they
beat Rosenborg. They beat Rosenborg.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. Can I respond to that? So let's say they end up with a minus 58 GD after 6 games. Is that good for the Champions League competition? We look at the integrity of the Champions League. If after 6 games they end up with 0 points, 6 losses, and a minus 58 GD,
I mean, Arsenal one time lost 5-0 in the same Champions League, and even some team, Bayern Munich, Man City, that time when like
We had 10 men.
Was it
We had 10
5-4?
men. We had 10
The
men.
5-4 too. That Bayern Munich, Man City, 5-4. I mean, you see these scores. It happens occasionally.
No.
Yes,
For me, I'm not focusing on the scoring because look, as I said again, like Brazil, they lost to Germany 7-1. But my thing is, I'm looking at the gap in quality because let's say Arsenal would have lost a game like 5-0, but they would then go on and win other games. I'm saying Qarabag are going to lose all 6 games.
Fact.
That's fine then. That's fine. They won't be the first team to do that. I mean,
I don't even think they'll score a goal, man.
Because look, I just think that I think that the Champions League should be about quality. Yes, obviously you're not going to get great teams all throughout. Hence why the Champions League only really starts in the knockout stages. But for me, I want to see the best of the best. That's what I want to see. I want to see the best of the best because this is supposed to be an elite competition. So, for me, I am just asking Qarabag to at least consider the forfeit rule. That's all I ask. Just to at least consider that. All right, let's look at tonight's games. I'm going to leave Liverpool till last. Let me first I'll deal with this first. Is Harry Kane world class?
Can we first talk about how Dortmund was robbed?
Of course he is.
Wait. Talk about what?
How Dortmund was robbed in that game.
I mean, Mohammed, don't put on your Arsenal bias here.
No,
man.
I'm 100%.
Because I know you don't bring that North London beef to this hangout, man. So
have you watched? Did you watch the game tonight? Because
it was onside. No, basically that linesman.
2 legit goals in that game, and Tottenham's second goal should have been a foul because Kane pulled the defender back. So yeah, he did.
No, he did it.
He did.
Clear goal.
For me,
The second goal.
Aubameyang goal was. I mean, how that was ruled offside is just madness.
Yeah, it was really, really bad by the referee. Poor referee.
It was so obvious, and I think at 2-2, I still think Tottenham would have gotten that instead and won 3-2. I still think Tottenham would have won 3-2, but still at 2-2, it's interesting. It makes it because Dortmund were creating chances as Tottenham were as well. So I just think that 2-2 would have made it a very interesting finish. So it's like, I just think, you know what, you can't do that. But let me ask you, so is Kane world class? Who says Kane is world class, yes or no?
He is.
No, not yet.
He is.
Not yet,
I think
because
yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's get one at a time. I'm going to go right on the thing. So let's start with Mane.
Yeah, so if any striker scores 20 plus goals for 3 years consecutively in the Premier League and is also performing now, he's starting to perform in Europe. In his second season in Europe, he's starting to perform, scored 2 goals. So who else can have that? And we say Mbappe, we rate him highly, and other strikers like that. But who else can have that level of consistency, both in the league, which is the most important, and also in the Champions League? I mean,
that's rubbish.
Okay, wait, we'll get to you. Okay, Daniel, what about you? Your view on Kane? Is he world class? Yes or no?
No, because in the Euros he went missing for England.
Yeah, and last year Champions League too.
So Messi is world class too.
And also, Amanda, you're only analyzing this game as like one of these. Oh, you're calling him now he's elite because he performed in one game.
No, he's been elite for a while. I mean, if you say,
but you said listen, in the Champions League.
No, listen. If you say it's only his second season, I mean, in Champions League.
Yeah, but last season he was garbage in the Champions League.
In his first season. Okay, let's just put it aside. Messi wasn't that great in his first season.
Look, wait. Well, Machine. Harry Kane, is he world class or not?
I think there's a relative dearth of top, really elite, exceptional strikers these days, and within that context, I would classify him as world class. If you consider world class, say the top 10, one of the top 10 players in your position, then I think he is.
Well, I'll say world class is more like top 5 personally. So
then maybe.
Okay, Mohammed, what about you? So world class, yes or no for Harry Kane?
Okay, man is wrong on his part because he said, he performed in the Champions League. Last year he was crap. this season, his first game in, he scored 2 goals, and the goalkeeper was crap as well in this game because
So he scored
the 2
2
goals that he scored was near post.
There were goals.
The
Thank you.
goalkeeper
Thank you.
should,
So he
the
wasn't
goalkeeper
crafted.
should have scored both. Should have saved both of them.
They should have saved both of them.
It
So
should
we found out if it is. If he performs in the Champions League and gets Tottenham to
No, look. Let me be
quarterfinal or
real, man.
semis.
Let me be real. Okay, no, Harry Kane, I thought he did well in this game. And yes, the keeper should never be beaten at your near post, but those are 2 very finely taken goals. But I think that I'm still hesitant to call him world class because
we need to see him perform in a quarterfinal.
yeah,
or
because
a semifinal.
like I don't care what you do in the Premier League. It's irrelevant for me. What do you do in Europe in Champions League? What do you do in a final? What do you do in a semi? What do you do in a big game?
Okay,
That's
then.
what makes.
Let's ask you this then, Halfhope. Who is world class then to you? Who are the world class strikers?
Sergio Aguero is world class. The
Okay.
Cannibal is world class.
Lewandowski.
is world class.
Mbappe.
What about Icardi?
Aubameyang is world class.
Aubameyang is world class. When did he perform in Champions League in the knockout phase? Please, I want to hear
You
this.
haven't seen the amount of times that he has scored. Didn't he score twice against Real Madrid in the 2 games that they played?
Yeah, and in the last season, he scored twice against Benfica.
That was in the which phase was that?
Last 16.
16.
Yeah, last 16.
Kane didn't even get to the get to the last 16.
That doesn't.
Yeah, they did
That-
last season against Benfica.
Look,
He-
I'm sorry, you
Maybe-
cannot tell me that Harry Kane is yet as proficient on a world class level as Aubameyang. See, Aubameyang
That's
is
what I'm
clearly
I'm
defined as a
talking about
world-class player.
Aubameyang. I'm talking about Aubameyang, saying that Aubameyang scored
Okay,
twice.
that is
Mane,
a
what's Kane done in Europe? What's Kane done in Europe?
because Aubameyang has played Champions League for almost 7 years. Harry Kane has played it for 2 years. So by saying he has done it in
But the fact of the matter is, as of right now, I don't care how long you've been playing. As of right now,
twice in 7 years,
like he's world class. He's a very good striker,
I mean,
and maybe he will prove it this season.
There's just a
I
simple
think
way
he
to
can
put
do it
this.
this season.
We just need to see more, more of Harry Kane in the Champions League.
Yeah, we just
knockouts. That's it.
to prove
Simple
himself.
as that.
Okay, look, let's talk about Liverpool now. And Lauren is crap. So let's just
Yeah, I think like
look, Daniel, easy. Let me just land, and I'll give it to you. But first of all, Klopp is stubborn. Maybe not to the same extent as Arsene Wenger, but this guy, there's something wrong with Klopp because everybody has been saying this ever since the season started. Sort out your defense. Sort out your defense. Sort out your defense. And what annoys me about some managers is how close they get to players. Because I think it's a case of sometimes managers never want to admit that they're wrong. And whenever they cultivate close relationships with players, they will protect them at all costs. Because remember, we're not in the dressing room. We're not on the training ground. And you don't know. And these managers like to build like a fortress where it's, us against them. These are our guys and we will stick together no matter what. And I think the issue is that Klopp can't see beyond the trees. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to defend Lovren throughout because he has made way too many mistakes. Way too many costly mistakes for him to still warrant a place in the first team.
The thing is, half up. They don't have a better defender. Also, they have this
That's
thing called
not
Kylian.
the problem because Klavan is
another Lovren basically.
Championship at best.
Yeah, so they have 2 Lovrens essentially.
Like, and he gets rid of Saka as well.
He's their best midfielder.
I think that the frustrating thing is that Liverpool's attack, I think, can score against anybody.
I think we've got the best attack in the league, but is our defense is going to let us down this season?
No, but I'm talking at the Champions League mainly. I'm looking at Europe. Champions League.
Yeah, well, we've got the best
punished,
in Europe. In Europe, we've got one of the best in Europe, but like, it's the defense that's going to let us down.
And also Sevilla
they only had a couple of chances. Yeah.
Cristiano or a Neymar or an Mbappe or a Messi, where these guys, you give them these kinds of chances, because of opportunities, they will rip you open. So it's like, unless you address this by actually having, because again, as attacking as Barcelona are, they have Umtiti. As attacking as Real Madrid are, they've got Varane and Sergio Ramos. So they have Casemiro as well, because again, Liverpool's defense is bad, and they don't even have a quality DM.
Yeah.
So
you got Henderson as their captain also.
Yeah, look, forget that guy, man. That guy's nothing, man. Forget that.
We're getting Naby Keita next summer.
Well, it could be too little too late. Okay, look, so my best friend in the world, my current favorite player, Christina. So he scored on his return back from suspension. Now, with Christina in the team, do you think, if let's say Christina is in the team in this form, do you think that Madrid can do the impossible and three-peat? I know it's Apoel, so forget that. I'm just focusing on if Christina's in the team, can they three-peat?
I mean, you look at the games he's missed. They struggled to score goals. So
I think anytime Cristiano's on a team, anything's possible. But the thing is, I didn't think he was on. He didn't look top class tonight. He looked like he was still a little rusty. Could have had 5 or 6. Only had 2. Was robbed of a penalty and of an assist.
Machine, it's Apoel. Okay, let's just remind the audience that it's Apoel. I don't even know where they're from.
Apoel. None of the players ever stepped out of third gear, man.
It must be the third time they face that team. I mean, every other
they get destroyed every time as well.
I know it's Apple. They pretty much he should just buy it.
Didn't Cristiano score a crazy free kick like 4 or 5 seasons ago?
Yeah, that's the second time.
Yeah, it's just.
But what about Apoel? It's not like, are you going to argue that the group is easy for Real Madrid?
It is easy.
You shouldn't be complaining against.
For me, I think, you know what? I think basically Real are going to. I think they'll destroy Dortmund. Dortmund will cause them a bit of issues, but they'll beat them eventually. I think the two Tottenham games will be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's two
Tottenham versus Real. No, that's easy win for Real, man.
Those are two teams that are very.
Because Vertonghen has a red card. Ali's.
They have the new center back.
But Aurier looks fantastic, man. Dude.
Yeah, Aurier. I think he just needs to control his behavior.
Yeah,
I think Aurier
that's the only problem for him. Yeah.
No. Look, Aurier, he's a massive upgrade on thinking. But for me, I just think that that's a very tricky group, because I think even if Dortmund got beat 3-1, you saw how Dortmund created chances, and I think Dortmund, by history, have always really had close games and known how to play against Real Madrid. So I think Real have 2 tricky games against both Tottenham and Dortmund. But I do think I'm very interested to see how that Tottenham-Real game will go. Real will be the favourites 100%. But I just think it'll be very interesting to see how that game unfolds, because I think that Tottenham will say, you know what, we can give them a game. If we play at our best, literally at our optimum, we can give these dudes a game. So that's the thing. So let's just be, because we've got some Premier League.
Chelsea versus Arsenal this Saturday.
Look. No. Okay,
before we move on, if Real Madrid did three-peat,
no, machine. Nah. That's not happening. No way.
No?
No.
Would you consider Horseman a place?
Horseman for the Champions League group? What the hell?
How many times do I have to tell this? The bare minimum to be a Horseman.
World Cup medal.
That's the bare minimum. So he can literally win 6 Champions Leagues in a row. Well done, congratulations. You ain't sniffing a Horseman. I need you to win that World Cup medal.
Double H, he's winning it this year. He's winning the World Cup.
Who?
For
Cristiano is winning it.
Oh my God. You're going too far, man.
I'm telling you, FIFA will rig this thing for him.
What the fuck are you talking about? They'll rig it against him. It's gonna be they're gonna do everything in their power for Messi to get that medal. But,
well, that's if Messi even gets there in the first place.
They tried really hard in that 2014.
They've turned Copa America into a yearly event. They're saying have them
wait. Let's get back onto the Champions League. So, how far do you think? I think that which Premier League team will do the best?
Chelsea.
I think it's us. I think
United.
It's us.
What the? No. United ain't going far.
Yeah,
nobody has said
no. The thing is, I think of all the English teams, we're the most balanced team. We have a good defense. That's going forward. We're great. And the manager-wise, we have the best manager.
I mean, you have to look at this based on the teams that have been in the Champions League consistently for the past 4 years. I mean, United is a Europa League team, so I don't know how well they might adapt to Champions League, but I would say City.
Oh my God!
You were a Europa League team. That's the only reason you're there.
I think United have a really strong chance, if only because it's the Mourinho second season factor, and that's usually when his teams really play at.
No, for me, I think again, I would put United in the kind of outsiders, dark horses territory, but I think Man City for me.
Defensively, they'll get exposed, man.
Wait, how can you say Man City? Pep's away record. This guy is shocking away from home, and defensively, he's so bad.
I question that because Man City's defense is not good enough. They'll get tested. They'll get destroyed against the big teams.
He just won away today, so thank you very much.
Fair enough. What the hell? I don't
against who? Again, I mean, which country is that from anyway?
That
Holland, Netherlands, man. The
Feyenoord.
Yeah.
Garbage team.
Look at United's. I mean,
they were the Dutch champions.
They made John Stones look like world class, man.
He is though.
Look, the thing is, we'll see how good City are when they play Napoli in the group stages. That's when we see how good they are.
Napoli lost 2-0, by the way.
Listen,
against top teams, they'll play well.
FG, let me tell Napoli is a training session. Remember, I said it. Napoli is a training session. There won't be an easier game than that. I mean, they're so overrated. What have they ever done in the past 20 years? Nothing. So why do people? I don't know. For me, they don't deserve as much respect as people give them.
Wait, who doesn't deserve
very highly? Once
Napoli, and Roma, they don't deserve that much respect.
Look, for me, like in my view, again, I think this will look like if it's going to be Spain and possibly PSG. As far as how far will teams go? Because if I'm looking like as a semi-final, I think Real are going to get there again. I think Barcelona are going to get there.
Yes,
I don't think Bayern Munich is doing jack, man.
Yeah, for me,
I think they're doing quarters max.
Because if let's say we're going to say Bayern won't get there and PSG won't get there, I mean, Man City?
Nah.
No, PSG are definitely
Atletico?
Nah. Yeah,
Atletico do well, but just they'll flop again.
No, but the thing is, look at the last 4 years. The only team that knocked Atletico Madrid off were Real Madrid 4 times in a row. So you can't count them off.
Can we go group by group? Because let's look at the teams. So Group A, I mean, Man United, CSK Moscow, Benfica, Basel. I mean,
what kind of group is that, man?
United always gets easy groups when they're in the Champions League.
Yeah, it's United Benfica.
So. It's the Mourinho effect, bro, man. It's the Mourinho effect, man.
Like it's fixed.
Campaign against United.
UEFA must be you must be playing UEFA.
Yeah, what else?
Look, I mean, when you have connections, you have connections. But for me, I think, look, personally, in my view, is this for this Champions League to be really lit up. I think we need PSG to get as far as possible because how rude would it be? This won't happen. But I'm just talking hypothetically. How rude would it be if literally Neymar walked into PSG and just took these guys to a final?
Yeah, it would be good. Like I think that's the reason why
I actually see that happening as well.
I think because he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, isn't it?
Yeah, but guys, let's be realistic. In his first season, in a new club, like for me, I think PSG's season is really is their second season.
But he's that guy though. He's that guy.
To play together. That's when it's like, okay, now the lights are on. I think you can forgo saying, wait, you're walking into a wholly new team and you think you're going to lead them. Because the reason why Real have been so good is because that team has pretty much been cultivated and playing together for like how many 4, 5, 6.
But
last season they were lucky though. Last season they were lucky. They should have got knocked out by Bayern Munich.
No, true. And also what Mablo, as you said, look, the squad is tight.
It's minimum. They should be doing minimum semi-finals, man.
Yeah,
but Mohammed, as we well know, football is not just about the personnel. It's about how well your team plays. And
the coaching as well, yeah.
The coaching is crucial. Look, Real have an excellent team, but put Luis Enrique or some useless managers there, they won't get past the group stages.
Treble winner.
Sometimes it is. Listen, sometimes it is about the talent, man. And in fact, you gave the example of Luis Enrique, and he won.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect.
Wait, Double H. What do you think?
There's nothing you can say that can prove that correct. Nothing you can say. There's no logical statement you can make that says Luis Enrique is talent and some other manager is not talent. It's based on.
Wait, Double A's. What's your opinion on Lewandowski saying that he wants Bayern to spend more?
He should. They should.
I mean, they should.
I mean, no. For me, my view on that is basically twofold. Firstly, is the fact that he's right, but he's wrong in how he did so. He's wrong in the sense of like you can't. It's unprofessional to say that in public, but he's right in the fact of like Ribery is too old. Robin is still Robin, but he needs support. He can't give you 90 minutes consistently playing at a high level. For me, Ribery is too old and can't hack it. Tolisso, who the hell is that? James, is he still relevant? I mean, James was last relevant in 2014. So I said this even beginning to think that Bayern haven't bought that star player who's like, okay, all right, this is a statement player that will buy.
It was supposed to be Alexis, but
what if Madrid gets Lewandowski this summer?
What
if that happens?
That's why they're getting rid of Ancelotti, is because now even Lewandowski was kind of calling him out because he went to Bayern because he moved from Dortmund because he thought he was going to have a better chance of winning Champions League. I mean, he even rejected Real Madrid to go there. So it's now he's looking at the 3-time they won Champions League and he's just still there.
Yeah, I think Lewandowski might go to Madrid this summer.
If he goes to Madrid, then we have a real shot at winning.
No, but wait, look. On final, just quickly, final note is that the fact is that Benzema and Zidane have a very close relationship, and the fact that Benzema, as much of a brick anvil that he is, he keeps playing every week. There ain't no space for Lewandowski. All right, guys, I'll see this.
Wait, we're not going to talk about Arsenal.